What is going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. Today we have the official data download, first on global, which is pretty awesome, for the Sulong Sugo-Fest, and this, of course, is going to be debuting on January 28th, 1900 PST time. Now, of course, this is going to be a Sugo-Fest split into multiple different parts, so depending on the part you want to pull on, and we'll decide whether or not if this is a Sugo-Fest worth pulling on in this video, but if you do want to pull on the other parts, we've got this one right here, part 2, which is going to be featuring Dogstorm, which means that Cat Viper is likely not pullable, and he is going to be going live on the 29th, but I don't know if this is a graphical error or not, but if we go over to part 3 where Cat Viper is boosted, it says the 31st, so the 28th, then the 29th, and then the 31st. So I don't know, that's just weird. Why would they skip an extra day for part 3? Not really too sure about that one. But in this video today, we're going to talk about the other rare recruits in this batch, because they were not publicly released earlier today. Today also I did upload a video talking about the Cat Viper and the Dogstorm and what their abilities are, because they were publicly shown on the One Piece Treasure Cruise Twitter accounts. If you guys want to go ahead and check that video, click the card at the top of the video to do that. These units are really strong, but one thing that we actually didn't get to see is their support effect. So we're going to go ahead and have a look at that. So of course the special, there's a lot of text here, but if you guys want to see the full breakdown of it, check out my previous video. Of course he has the special with the attack boost turn 1 or boost turn 2, and he is a super class unit, providing the 100 times attack, goes through all defenses, and the -1 cooldown, so really good to just speed farm content. But of course we want to check out the support ability. Now the support attaches to Wanda, Cat Viper, and Carrot, and if they use a special, boost fighter, slasher, striker, and shooter characters by 1.75 times for their attack for 1 turn. What an incredible support. We'll definitely see play, though the fact that you do need to support only Wanda, Carrot, and Cat Viper, a little bit restrictive, but a good support nonetheless. It's really good. And of course everything else we did talk about in the other video earlier today. And of course Cat Viper with his support attaching to Dogstorm, Wanda, and Carrot, and it is the same thing, an attack boost 1.75 to strength, dex, and quick instead of the fighter, shooter, slasher, striker. And I think just because of the fact that, you know, with Inu, he's focusing more on classes, whereas you've got Neko, who's focusing more on colors. I do think the Dogstorm probably is the better unit overall, though both of them work very well together. If you have one of them, you can hybrid with the other one and it works fine. However, I do think that the classes will be a little bit more flexible compared to the colors, but as I said, they're both amazing units. But let's actually talk about the brand new rare recruits in this batch. First one is going to be Rhodey and BB, and of course the entire batch is going to be Dex. And we have Rhodey and BB being a fighter slasher, Dex unit, captain ability, -2 cooldown, and 2.25 attack to Dex, 1.2 health, terrible captain ability. But the special is multi-stage, that's kind of cool. And stage 2, 100k damage fixed to all enemies, and then changes the top row slots into matching. Not a big fan of that. Don't know why it's just, you know, all character slots to matching. Also reduce cooldown by 1, and reduce despair and chain lock by 5 turns, and also add 1.0 to your chain for 2 turns. That's a pretty good special. As I said, the orb manipulation's kind of iffy, but the rest of the kit is really good. And I assume they have the special reverse. They do. Okay, yeah, this unit's going to be really nice. I'm actually kind of frightened at what the arena's going to provide. Like, I feel like the arena's going to, like, reduce your special charge time by, like, 5 turns or something, and it's going to be incredibly annoying to deal with. Then again, there are captains you can use to, you know, get around special reverse these days, but either way, I think it's a pretty good effect. And oh wow, I didn't even see this. Reduces special charge time by 3 turns at the start of the quest. I mean, why even bother? Legit, why even bother giving this unit this potential ability? That is so bad. Why? Why? Like, just make it like, you know, 6 or something like that. Like, make it half of its cooldown. 3 is kind of weird. I'm not a big fan of that. Let's check out their support. So it's just going to be stats. That's unfortunate. And let's check out their rumble stuff. So Rhodey and BB give Dex characters level 3 defense, level 5 health. That's a pretty good passive. And the special 26 CT gives your Dex teammates guard percent up level 5, and 2 enemies a hit for 1500 fixed damage. I mean, if you don't have a lot of Dex units, they're okay, but I really wouldn't invest Rumble Scrolls into a character like this. The last rare recruit of this batch is going to be the 3 Musketeers, who are also going to be Dex, Fighter, and Slasher characters, with a captain ability, -2 cooldown, and very similar to the other guys, 2.25 attack, 1.2 health. They're terrible captains. But the special on a 12-turn cooldown reduces cooldown by 1, reduces bind by 5, reduces defense up by 5, and also gives color affinity, 2 times color affinity to Fighter and Slashers for 1 turn. turn. So that's kind of making sense because you have Neko and Inu providing attack and orb boost. Now you've got color affinity with this guy, and you had chain boost with the other guy. The only thing that we're kind of missing is like a conditional boost, right? Which I guess technically you can get with the brand new Kizuna Blackbeard that came out. Technically works with this batch as well. Makes a lot of sense. Support effect unfortunately doesn't have much, and also has the special reverse crewmate effect, reducing cooldown by 3 turns, missed opportunity. And then in PvP, their passive is going to give Dex speed level 5 and attack level 5, and then they're also going to have a special 30 CT, a bit high, targets enemies in a medium horizontal range for 2500 damage, and damage over time level 2. Pretty interesting damage over time in a regular rare recruit character. Nothing amazing though, they seem okay. You know, they're going to be obviously really good for the upcoming content, but not totally game-breaking rare recruits. But one thing I must say is that this banner artwork looks amazing. Like, I think they've done a really good job. The graphics team has done just a spectacular job with these artworks. They just look so cool, dude. I love it so much. So shout out to those guys because it looks amazing. Also, when the Sugo-Fest goes live, there's going to be access to the Sulong Sugo trial quest, which is going to allow you to use the characters and get a free rainbow gem, of course. But actually, one thing I just noticed is that the background has actually changed to like a Land of Wano celebration kind of thing. That looks really nice with the sakura petals and stuff. It looks really good. And then we got the Jack event. So this is the brand new event where you will get drops and they have a point value associated to them, and the new batch give them, you know, a higher drop rate, or not a high drop rate, but they multiply your points, giving you a lot easier time to just get all the rewards. So you'll see that, you know, it's just the typical event. You know, you get gems, you get tomes, you get the limit break materials, you know, all the typical stuff. Of course, there's going to be like a red ticket or 2 along the way. You know, pretty typical stuff for a point farming event. But let's actually have a look at what this character actually does. Now, you know, don't get it wrong. Don't get it wrong. The icon of the character may look like other Jack characters we've had. Initially, when we had the icon get leaked, I thought it actually was like a Neo Jack or something like that because the icon looks so similar to everything else. But it is a brand new Jack who is a Dex powerhouse fighter with a captain ability that will give you -1 cooldown, powerhouse and fighter, attack boost, nothing crazy. But the special ability, multi-stage, stage 2, will set all enemies defense to 0 for 1 turn, and that makes Psi, Int, Recovery, and Tandem beneficial for 1 turn. Why? And if the enemy has a barrier, you get a 3.25 times chain lock for 3 turns. Otherwise, it's a 2.75 times chain lock for 3 turns. This is okay. Why do they only make very specific slots beneficial for that amount of time? It's really weird. So strength dex and quick slots are not counted as beneficial. Weird. Honestly, I don't really like this unit that much, but hey, it's a free-to-play unit. We can all farm it. Make sure to get it done. What's this? Every time another fighter or powerhouse uses a special, we get -1 cooldown, which makes sense. And then you've got Kaido, King, and Queen support. If they use their special, drastically reduce all enemies' defense for 1 turn, and change the supported character's slot into matching. That's actually a pretty nice support, and it attaches to, you know, Kaido, King, Queen. It's pretty good. This is actually a really good support. That might be one of the best components of the unit. I don't know if this character is actually going to see play at all. I mean, maybe in like Garb challenges or something, but realistically, like, not a totally amazing unit. The passive of Jack gives Dex teammates level 5 attack and quick enemies speed down level 4, which is not amazing. And then level 10 attack is 28 CT, 2 enemies 2 times his attack, and quick enemies get level 4 defense down. That's a pretty good special, actually. Really good against the quick team, which, like this batch, has basically been anti-quick, which is kind of interesting in and of itself, and this guy just kind of adds to that. So let's go ahead and actually talk about the brand new Sugo-Fest and have a look at the steps along the way. One thing that we can see immediately across all of these banners is there is no discount multi once again, which is pretty disheartening. I don't know why they decide not to do it for these debut banners. It really doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Huge missed opportunity once again. But let's have a look at the step details. Our favorite, Legendal Rate Boost, of course, and then a Legendal Rate Boost for the second multi, and then a Sugo-Fest exclusive or another rate boosted character on the third multi, and then the fourth one is the first guaranteed legend step. I can already say immediately, I haven't even looked at the steps yet, I can already say immediately this Sugo-Fest sucks. Do not pull if you are a free-to-play player, or if you don't spend that much on the game. This is a banner you want to skip. Just immediately. It doesn't look good. You got another crap step, another crap step, another crap step, and then a limited pull on the 8th step. I mean, look, part 1's going to be bad just by itself, and this is not making it any better. That is awful. I mean, 10th, at least only have to, you know, do a couple multis for another legend there. I mean, I assume it's going to be 10% red rate, which means there's going to be 20 available legends, which is kind of shitty. Super limited on the 12th, of course, and then, of course, just going to keep, like, cycling through these really bad steps. You don't even get any of them guaranteed after 25 multis. Yep. Part 1 is terrible. Even if the rate is 0.5, the fact that you don't get any of them guaranteed, you should 100% be skipping Part 1. I know I'm going to be. I have learnt my lesson. Trust me, I am not doing a single pull on Part 1 of this Sugo-Fest. It is so bad. I'm really hoping that Part 2 and 3 of this Sugo-Fest can make it a little bit more worthwhile. Let's have a look here. So there's nothing on the first step. Oh, that's pretty bad. But then at least the first legend is on the 3rd multi rather than the 4th. But then you got to do another 4 multis to get the 2nd guaranteed legend step, which is just terrible. Then at least the 10th multi is a limited pool legend step. But once again, like, these steps are just not enticing enough. I mean, this is literally what we got for the New Year's Sugo-Fest, like almost the exact same structure. I just do not think that this is a worthwhile Sugo-Fest to be investing in, because, again, the Super Sugo-Fest exclusives are not going to be available on these banners. I just do not think that this is a worthwhile investment at all, and I assume for sure that Part 3 will be the same. And yeah, we can see here the steps are literally the exact same here, so yeah, look, this Sugo-Fest is definitely not worth investing in at all. So with all that being said, that is going to conclude today's One Piece Treasure Cruise video. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the video today, and if you guys did enjoy it, make sure to go ahead and leave a like, and if you want to stay up to date with all the content that I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But on that, guys, I will see you guys within the next video.